All right, good morning. Welcome to the Bad Donkey Garage. Got some exhaust pieces laying down here, and we're going to go ahead and slap them in the old Ranger and see if we can't get this thing quieted down a little bit. Right back at you.
Welcome to the Bad Donkey Garage.
This is all Walker branded, I believe. Exhaust components, muffler, tailpipe. See the old and the new laying there. Doesn't look identical, but we're going to go ahead and climb up underneath the old Ranger here and see if it'll fit. Well, so far so good. Let's see where we go next. Put the washer on it, donkey. Well, I have to back up and take this thing off so that I can get in here and work, I guess. Well, so far so good. It fits. See if you can see what I'm. Let me get a light under here so you can see what I'm struggling with. So here's what I'm kind of struggling with. A bit of a trap here. You get one side in, but how do you get the other side in? So I had to loosen this all back up again here, and we're going to play a bit of a game and see if we can get this to go in. All right, let's see if we can finagle this thing around to get it. In here. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Bitch. There's probably some magic here, but I don't know what it is. Well, I'll struggle and use brute force. Probably ought to just cut the end of this thing right off and slip it in there. Ouch. Oh man, it's so close. Come on. Ta-da! Wasn't a whole lot of swearing in there, was there? I'll have to go back and watch it. Trying to keep it PG. Bam! So far, so good on this. I haven't had the greatest of luck with the old Amazon lately. But this so far so good on this one. We'll see what happens when I try to put the muffler up in here. All right, snugged in. Connector piece off the end of the catalytic converter and tailpipe are in. Muffler's next. All right, drag this muffler up in here. Fits. That's my face. Okay. I need to draw some lines on here and see how deep into the connection I got there, but probably make it easier on myself if I just went and bought a little strap. But there it is, right there. Yeah, good. All right. Let me see if I might be able to bend this hanging bracket back here in the back, gain me a little more penetration into that muffler there, so the clamp holds tight. But yeah, if you were welding this, it'd be a good fit. Let me climb out from under here. All right. Well, the exhaust is in under the Ranger. I'll put a little clip of what I had to do up there. If you were welding this in, it would have been a perfect fit. But since I'm just using clamps, I had to get a little bit of an extension. I'll stick a clip in there on that. But for $152 from Amazon for the tailpipe, the muffler, and the piece that goes up to the catalytic converter. And then I had another $11 in the extension piece and an extra clamp. You know, I'll call that a win. You know? So this morning, tearing into the clutch master cylinder, kind of buried down here underneath of the brake booster. And of course, you know, I get a new clutch master cylinder from the auto parts store, and it doesn't come off of there. It doesn't come with the hose that goes from the master cylinder down to the slave cylinder on the side of the transmission. And get this in the light right, maybe you can see this here. There's a check valve in the end of this line. And, you know, 35 years of never being unplugged. This check valve's bad. So I'm kind of dead in the water on the old Ranger. I got that line ordered. Only place I could get it, it's off of Amazon. So, you know, we wait a day. But there's no real good way of bleeding this master cylinder when this check valve is bad on the end of this line. Now, I've been all over the internet looking, trying to find information, you know, about that, and is there a check valve, and what does it do, and so on and so. And there's just very limited information on that check valve being there. But I did find one video, and I'll have to dig it up and put a link in there. It's a good video, but based on his procedure, I can't bleed this master cylinder. I can't bleed that master cylinder with that check valve being bad. So I'm waiting on that line to get here, and then we'll go ahead and get that bled and get it put back in. So kind of that's where I stand this morning. Back at you. Okay. Good Monday morning. You know, finally got some parts in over the weekend here. And I just wanted to show you this here. This one here in my left hand, I bought at the auto parts store, this clutch master cylinder. This one here, because I was after that hose right there with the check valve in the end of it, it was cheaper to buy the whole system with the hose, the master cylinder, the hose feeding, the reservoir. It was cheaper to buy all that off of Amazon than it was to buy this at my local auto parts store. And I'm telling you, these parts are identical. There is nothing different about them. I can probably find that same part number on there, 23265. Let's see if that's on here. I don't see that part number on there, but I mean they're both the same thing. But anyway, this one's comes. It has fluid in it. It's pre-bled and ready to plug in. So we're going to jump over here to the Ranger, climb up under here, and stick this thing in and see what happens. All right, see if we can wind this critter into that hole. Well, let's not do that. I'll strip it. I'm going to strip it. Get this one out of here. Hopefully I didn't cross thread it too badly. Nope. Hey, lucky day. Yeah. I hope I can get the push rod in from the inside, because I don't want to have to pack all this back out of there again. All right. All right, reservoir's in, master cylinder's in. Boom, that's in. Yeah. Well, kind of committed now, so wasn't in, was it? What the hell? Literally should be 2 seconds to clip this clip up in there, and I can't get it to clip onto the side of the frickin' clutch pedal. Ah, all right, I see it. Okay, let's see if we can see what's up in here. See that? See what's hanging on that little rod right there? That's what's left of the old bushing. Oh, Lord, you got a kid. All that struggle. Oops, excuse me. All that struggle trying to get this thing on because the old piece of bushing was on there. So let me see if I can get it off. Oh, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. She is. There it is. That's what left of the old one. Let's put the new one on here and see if we can't get this thing to snap together. Well, that easy, the way it should have been. All right, so on the video that I linked to, he said this pedal should have about 1/8 of an inch of travel on this rod here. Now, you can see my pedal, it's a little loose, which is kind of, from what I see, it's kind of a normal thing, but I am not getting up underneath this dashboard and tearing all this out of here to replace some bushing up in there, you know. So next thing in line is the clutch switch, starter switch. All right, yeah, typical me, I get ahead of myself. Don't forget to put this on before you assemble all this together, okay? There's a little washer that goes here between the clutch switch and the actual master cylinder itself. I put a little split in mine with a razor blade. I'll put a little touch of super glue or something on there, but don't forget to put that on. Mistake on my part. Okay, this is almost an impossible thing to to film, but we'll see how this comes out. I got to get the clutch starter safety interlock switch on this rod right here. So there's a little slide piece that goes on there. So I should be able to take this, just like that. I got this little slide piece here. All right. All right, see that little slide piece went in right there? Got this little knob here and this little piece here. Put that around like that. And let's see, at what point does it clip around there? Yeah, it clips around there. Okay, don't get stuck on there now. Around here. Around here. There probably was some order of operation which I was supposed to do this in. So we're going to do it backwards. We're going to go ahead and clip it on here. And I'm trying to put some tension on it. It's not working too well. I'd have to go look at the old one and see how this was on there. Seems like that's it right there. And it's just like that. Yeah. Plug this back in. Come on, baby. Okay. All right. You can see the old one was all rusted off anyway, so this has got to be somewhat better anyhow. Okie doke. Next step. All right. Next step is to take that yellow plug off right there and get it installed in that hole. So this is such a tight spot. I'm just going to have to do it, and you're just going to have to trust me that it happened. All right. It's plugged in. Don't see no leaks at this point. Now I got to get up to this bleeder right here. Fill up the reservoir, break that bleeder, and just let a reservoir or two of fluid just gravity drain down through here and through the slave cylinder. So that's where we go next. All right, I put 2 reservoirs of fluid through the bleeder. First push of the pedal there. Okay, yeah, feels like I got pedal anyway. Let's go ahead and knock it out of gear here. Fire it up. Let the pedal out. Looks like we're good. I'm up on a jack stand right now, so I gotta be real careful here. Push the pedal in. Guess what, folks? Fail. Shut the motor off. Shut the motor off. No problem. Oops, not sure what that was falling down. Oh, see that? So had the clutch pushed in, fired it up. Okay, I'm in neutral. Clutch out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clutch in. Oh, you see that? Oh, you bitch. Put it in gear. Fires right up. See that? No problem. No, I got every gear I can get into when I start it with the clutch pedal in. I'm just letting the clutch out, just letting it grab a little bit. Nope. As soon as I let that pedal out, I'm done. Ah, where do we go from here, man? Man, I come on, baby. Let let loose. Fuck. Well, yeah, the clutch is. But if I put it in first gear and start it up, as soon as I start it in first gear, no problem. See that? Put it in neutral. Now it's running. I let the clutch out. Push the clutch back in. Nothing. I don't want to have to drop the transmission out of this damn thing. Anybody wanting to buy a Ranger that needs a slave cylinder? I don't know. I guess I'll go back and try to bleed it again. All right, got my bore scope up in there. Let's see if we can see this clutch moving. Depressed. Release. Depressed. Released. Now, let's depress it. Put it in first gear. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, reverse. So I can go through all the gears right now. Just put it in neutral, let the clutch out, push the clutch in. That's it. I'm done. I can't get any gears at this point. Oh, oh, there's first, there's second. Okay. Okay. All right, neutral, clutch out. Let's get the buzzer off here. All right, clutch out, it's running, clutch in. Okay, there's first. It's a little thumpy there. Okay, neutral. Okay, clutch out, clutch in, first. Can't neutral, clutch out, clutch in. I went into fifth gear that time. Clutch out, clutch in, first. It's just still a little. It's something still like it's got an air bubble in there. Clutch in, no gears. Clutch out, clutch in, clutch out, clutch in, clutch out, clutch in, 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 in. Boy, I can hear something thumping down there. In, out, in, out, in, out, in. Hear that? I can. It just so close. All right. So there it is. It's working right there. Out. I'm gonna push it in real slow. Well, maybe there's just some air in there I got to work at. Out. Clutch is out. Clutch in. Slow to the floor. First gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and reverse. Well, there it is. I don't know. Let's watch this video and see if I can see anything. Okay, well, you kind of been with me for the last 30 minutes. Uh, I went up underneath the Ranger, put my scope up into there. I tried a bunch of stuff to try to get that transmission to go into gear with the engine running. Bronco Carl 92 suggested that maybe the clutch disc is sticking to the input shaft. I had the problem on my Corvair out there where the pilot bushing seized up on the input shaft and gave me the same kind of issues. So this truck been sitting in the weeds for a long time, and I got either one of those two things going on. I put all the video in there of the slave cylinder going back and forth, and it meets specification. It's traveling at least 5/16 of an inch. The clutch is there when it's working, so it's just years of sitting, and I really didn't want to take this thing out and drop the transmission out of it. I tried to avoid that at all cost. But the wheel's on. I took it out. I got some video. I didn't put it in there. I run it around my neighborhood and kind of pounded the dog out of it. You know, hard accelerations, decelerations. Nothing's free in that. Whatever's hanging up in there. So I don't know. Keep watching. Right now, I'm just really disgusted. I mean, I was that close, really that close to saying, we're on the road, and it just started acting up, and it just got worse. So I'm getting a little long-winded here. I don't know. I guess the next step is, put it up, drop the transmission out of it, and we'll go from there. So tune in next time, and thanks for watching, and peace.